Hey, it's Colin Sprake here, and I get asked a lot by people. Colin, you travel extensively. You see by this 7 millionth mile on a plane, and it's crazy. And sometimes people say that's way too much. Well, I've been traveling a lot for many, many decades, and one of the key things I want you to really understand is how do you overcome jet lag? And I have a very, very set, proven process on how to overcome jet lag. And please, you're more than welcome to share this with people that are traveling for their first time or what have you, because they very process on how to really ensure that you don't suffer from jet lag. So let me give you some key pieces here. So number one is when I get on it, when I go to whatever flight I'm taking, so it doesn't matter if it's in the morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever the situation might be. Once I'm on that plane, I set my watch immediately to the time zone I'm going to. So whatever it is, if I'm here in Vancouver and I'm flying to Toronto, I'll set it 3 hours forward, and that's it. I don't even think about it again. So I set my clock forward, and I don't think about it when I get to Toronto or the zone I'm going to. I don't look back at what's, oh my goodness, it's now this time in Vancouver or whatever the situation might be. Because here's the challenge. Once you start to do that, you start to get your mindset back to where you used to be. So that's one key thing. Immediately on the runway or once I get on the plane, I set my clock to the time zone I'm going to, and I don't think about it again. So let's say I'm going to Europe. I'm flying from Vancouver to Europe, and I know I'm leaving at like 6 p.m. in the evening Vancouver time, and yet I want to land in Europe at, let's say, maybe London or Amsterdam at around 6, 7, maybe 8 a.m. in the morning, their time. My watch is already set to that time, but at the same time, I know it's a really good as much as I can all the way to Europe. So when I land, I'm awake at the right time. So I get there, I'm to rock and roll. Sleep on a plane. I hate sleeping on a plane. I can't sleep on a plane. That's a mindset issue. Of course you can sleep on a plane. Stop telling yourself you can't, because you never will be able to, no matter what the situation is. And I don't always fly, business class or first class. I sometimes do end up in the back of the plane, and I can sleep just as well there as I can anywhere else. So just so you know that. And then at the same time, get there, I stay awake until I have to go to bed again. Even though sometimes early in that afternoon, things are Europe and I feel really tired. The minute I take an afternoon nap, that kills the entire process. I push myself as hard as I can. I go for a walk, go for a run, go do whatever I can until like 10 o'clock that night. Then I jump into bed, go to sleep, and I have a great sleep all the way through the night until the next morning. Here's the key things that's going to really, really help you, and I want you to get this, now I've set my watch to the time zone I'm going to. I then make sure that if I'm going to Europe and I know all the way there to make sure I'm ready for the time zone I'm getting to. Let's say I'm coming back from Europe and I'm flying from London to Vancouver and I'm chasing the sun. So you end up being like this crazy 10-hour flight, or 8 to 10 hour flight, but you land like 2 hours after you took off. One key thing, make sure that I stay awake most of that flight all the way back to Vancouver, back in the afternoon, and then I need to be able to go to sleep that afternoon, a flight flying backwards in time, and then I just stay awake until midnight or 10 o'clock that evening, whatever time zone. The worst thing you can do is get to a zone you're going to, go over a little cat nap, because guess what it does? It completely destroys the process. That's the big part. And here's the other key part that I love you to think about too. I have a very set morning routine and a very set evening routine. And I want you to get this, because what I end up doing is I always wake up, I do my meditation for half an hour, I then go and listen to an audio book, I have a cup of coffee, what have you. Routine, I do my gratitudes, everything. I have a very set morning routine. So when I'm going to Europe and let's say I land in London, immediately when I get to London, I start doing my morning routine. Why? Your brain is programmed according to your routines. So once you start, you keep on doing the morning routine, your body goes, oh, this is morning time, this is the routine. Different time zone doesn't maybe align with your morning, it doesn't matter. You still do your morning routine in the morning wherever you're at. And then I have an evening, at the same time I do my journaling and I look at the different key pieces as well. That's my evening routine. When it's dark, I'm busy doing my journaling, doing the key pieces I need to do. So that's what happens. Before I go to bed or whatever time zone I'm on, I do exactly the same routine, because our bodies are used to routine. And I want you to really understand that. So that our bodies go, hey, this is the routine he's normally on. And of course, I do a routine in the morning, routine in the evening. So it doesn't matter what time zone I'm on, I do that same routine religiously. I'm like, I'm too tired, I don't do this, I don't feel like that. You do the routine, your body goes, hey, this is the routine for sleep or before sleep. Hey, this is the routine after he wakes up. Really important. Guess what happens? My body gets onto that time zone really, really quickly. And I never, ever think about the time back at home or whatever the situation might be, because that absolutely takes me out of the process. So think about really clear on this, and thank you for those that are watching and being with me as well. I really want to help as many people as I can understand jet lag. It's really getting your body to be on that right time zone as quickly as you can, and it's really very simple. Number one, set your clock to the time zone you're going to. Number two, you don't think about the time zone that you're at. There's other, from where you've come from, just think about the time zone when you're going to. Number three, really clear on your morning and evening routines that you do every single day, and do exactly the same routines, even though there might be the wrong time of the day where you're at. So in other words, you wake up in the Australia or whatever, you do exactly the same morning routine that you would do back at your home, and you do the same evening routine at the end of your day, and your body gets on track so quickly because you start to program your body time of the day, and your body is, remember, your cellular programming around your home routines. You just keep on going with that wherever you're going to, whatever time zone you're going to, and your body gets on track. And that's how I've continued to fly like crazy. This last week, I was Vancouver on Monday, Toronto Tuesday, Vancouver Thursday, and then Toronto on Thursday evening, back here in Vancouver on Friday, and I have not suffered from jet lag. I just get back on that time zone super quick, and that's because I follow my routines, and I'd never think about the time it is at home. I just make sure. Of course, people say, well, how do you phone home? I just phone because I know that the time zone is there. It is different. I don't even think like, oh my God, look at the time. I just phone because I know that's important to me. At the same time, I don't get focused on the time zone that where my family is at. I get focused on the time zone where I'm at, and just follow what needs to be done according to a very set routine. I trust this has helped you and helped you really think about it and how to stay on. If you know someone that's flying, share this video with them, because this will really help them get ahead. And I wish you all a great, great week ahead. Thank you so much. Be awesome, be brilliant, and see you at the top.